a second. I wanted to put my phone up. Shout out to Odin Manufacturing. I love these damn gloves. All right. What the fuck? Look at this thing. Get off me. Hey, you can't go on the ride with me, bud. Sorry. All right. Off to work we go. What is going on, everybody? It has been so fucking long since I've made a motovlog video. I guess it's not a motovlog video, right? Because vlog is a video log, so a motovlog. COVID. A lot, and I mean a lot, has changed. I don't know if you could just tell by the scenery, but make sure you guys are looking in the right direction here. But since the last motovlog I made, probably, holy shit, the actual last motovlog I made must have been May of 2021 or something like that. I don't know, I'd have to look. But it's been close to a year now. A lot has changed. If you can't tell by the scenery, I obviously am not where I used to live. I'm no longer in the deserts of Southern California. I have moved to North Texas, and we moved here May of last year. So my last motovlog wasn't May of 2021. It was probably somewhere in 2020. The family and I moved to North Texas, transferring with my company. Had the opportunity, we couldn't pass it up, and got an interview, took one, and now we're here. May of 2021 is when we moved out here, and I'm super sad because I just didn't record anything. I have some pictures from the trip and a small video clip of a hailstorm that we got stuck in, which I rode through. I rode all the way out here from California. It was 1,442 miles. That was with a couple little detours we took in Arizona. Mainly we went and saw a small little itsy bitsy piece of the petrified forest. What did we take? Is it the 10? Is it the 10? No, it's the 40. We took the 40 all the way here. And it was a beautiful ride, man. You know, the whole time it was just absolutely gorgeous. And except for just outside of the Texas border in New Mexico is where we hit a hailstorm. Look at this fucking guy. Yeah, today was going to be a bad weather day, I told you. Hail hurts when you're in a light sweater and no windshield and no fairing. Luckily, I always wear a full face helmet. So yeah, it was beautiful. We did 4 states in 4 days. Nothing crazy. We averaged about 350, 380 miles a day is what we averaged. So yeah, a lot has changed. I almost sold the bike on several different occasions, but we had a huge, oh no, what happened is I got new exhausts. I got new mufflers, new slip-on mufflers by Tab Performance. Shout out Tab Performance, you guys are awesome. I went with their conventional slip-ons for 2018 and up, Softail Street Bop, with their zombie baffles, and let me tell you folks, this thing is so much louder now. So now this is my commute every day. We are in Fort Worth, Texas. The I-35 West going north and going south is absolutely horrendous. So I kind of figured that maybe I would talk about the main differences on the road that I see in Texas versus California. It is a law that the left lane on highways and freeways is passing only. I believe that's pretty much all roads that aren't like a city street, maybe? I don't know, I'd have to look it up. I'll look it up. So don't quote me on that, but for the most part, if there's a left lane and a right lane, the left lane is passing only. The right lane is for driving. The other thing that really helps is semi-trucks are not limited to 55 miles per hour. Now the biggest difference for me, and obviously I'm speaking as a motorcycle rider, the biggest the biggest difference, which is an issue, is there's no lane filtering. It is actually illegal here. There are some like unspoken rules, like if it's really hot outside and there's traffic, I can ride on the shoulder, which is still illegal, but the cops won't care. Like the state troopers aren't going to pull you over for riding on the shoulder if it's 100 degrees out and you're sitting on a motorcycle stuck in traffic. They're not going to care. I've done it a couple times. I've also lane filtered without even thinking about it, because I'm so used to, I grew up in California. I started riding motorcycles in California, so what I know is traffic, no more traffic. So yeah, I will randomly start lane splitting, lane filtering, whatever you want to call it. I call it filtering because I'm not splitting the lanes with people. Splitting is like I'm next to this car in the same lane. Filtering is where I'm going in and out of lanes, and it basically looks like I'm going in the middle. But anyways, so I randomly do it without even paying attention, and you get flipped off, you get honked at, people yell at you, and that's illegal. Yeah, I know, sorry, whatever. The giant positives about moving to Texas from California is prices of everything. Fuel. In Texas, we have 93 octane compared to California only having 91, which is cool. Whatever, you know, I don't know if there's really that much of a difference. I did notice an increase in fuel mileage with my commuter car, my Acura TL, and the bike is pretty much the same because I romp on it like an asshole. We got my wife a 2014 Ford Explorer Sport, which is the all-wheel drive twin turbo thing, so when I drive it, it gets shit gas mileage because I'm full boost. And so in California, 91 octane right now. I'm recording this, I believe it is February 11th of 2022. What was that? I believe where I used to live in Roseman, the fuel prices for 91 octane is pushing $6 a gallon. I could be wrong. If you guys could let me know what it is in Rosemont, California, which I think the last time I looked it was somewhere in the mid to high fives for 87. Which is I don't know, we'll just call it 5, we'll be a little conservative, we'll say $5.30 a gallon, which is absolutely outrageous. And obviously I'm only speaking in American terms, because I know places like Canada and stuff like that, you're paying per liter, and it actually equates to somewhere in like the $7 to $8 a gallon range, which I'm sorry for you guys. So 91 octane, I'm sorry, 87 octane, California, probably anywhere from $5 to almost $7 a gallon now, right? Or somewhere in the $6 range, I'm sure, in some places. Here, 87 at Buc-ee's, I think I paid $370 a gallon for 93 octane in the bike, and it was like $320 for 87. So I can't complain there. So that's the most obvious fuel price, or price difference. The other one that I was like really big on when I saw it was vehicle registration. So in California, this 2020 Harley-Davidson Street Bob, my registration in 2021, right before we left, I had to pay it in January. and it was $312. No late fees, just $312 for my motorcycle. My 2005 Acura TL was like $160, $170, and then my wife's, at the time, 2015 Ford Escape was $230 or something in the twos. Out here, the bike is $55, and the Explorer and the Acura are like $77. So yearly savings right there. I mean, you're already somewhere around $500–600 a year saving in just car registration. And car insurance was more expensive only because of I went from a small town in California that had like no traffic ever, unless somebody was getting shot, which happened more often than not. It felt like my vehicle insurance would go up because now I am in a highly congested area with a lot of traffic, and Texas has a lot of vehicle accidents. So my vehicle insurance went up, but not by much. I'm talking $15 a month, maybe, something like that. So I couldn't complain about that. Now, other things that are huge positives that I like between California and Texas is the emissions laws are almost non-existent as far as state inspections go. It's pretty much, you don't have a check engine light? Cool, we're gonna pass your car. Now, there are some places, like where I first went, because I didn't know that they actually test your window tint on your front front driver, front passenger, and front windshield. They test your window tint because the legal limit here is 25%. My 2005 Acura TL had 20% tint, and they failed it, and I had to fix the window tint, so I had to go pay, I don't know, it was like $200 to get 25% nano ceramic tint. But they check for shit out here that makes sense. Bald tires, they'll fail your car. Cracked or missing windshield wipers because it actually fucking rains here. They will fail it for brake lights, headlights missing, broken, not working. And then the other thing that was super confusing is coming from out of state to Texas, you have to do so many different weird things to get your licenses, your vehicle registrations. So at least in my area, in my experience, obviously I'm not talking for the entire state, but here there's no like DMV. It's not a one-stop shop to go for your registration, your IDs, driver's licenses, all that stuff. You have to go to like two, I think maybe it was only 2, but you have to obviously have an address. Then you have to, I believe you go to the tax assessors to get your vehicle registration. And then once you have your vehicle registration, I had to make an appointment at the Texas DPS office to go get my driver's license. I think that's how it went. It's a very convoluted and confusing process. But we got through it. Other positives are firearm laws. You can pretty much have whatever the fuck you want as long as it's not full auto. If you get Texas-made suppressors, you can put them on your firearms without having ATF's seal of approval. You can now, as of September 1st, 2021, Governor Abbott put into effect Second Amendment concealed carry. So you no longer need a concealed weapon license. It's good to have still because the surrounding states of Texas they all reciprocate with Texas. I gotta open this visor. Oh god, it's hot. Yeah, and then the weather difference is a little wild. It's pretty humid here. I think I'm kind of used to it now, maybe, I don't know. But during the summer, it was like 95 to 100 with anywhere from 60 to 90% humidity, and that sucks. But that summer weather didn't last that long. I think it started in, I want to say June, July-ish, and that was at its worst. And not every day. So it's not too bad. But the winter time is when, now I completely understand people say Texas weather is bipolar. On Friday last week, which I think was like the 2nd or the 3rd or something like that, whatever 7 days ago was, the 4th maybe? Whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. It was like 11 degrees, frozen, snowing, sleet. The whole state, not the whole state, but the whole DFW Metroplex was just white. It was snow covered. We didn't get a lot, you know. We got, I think they said anywhere from 3 to 8 inches. It was the first time I ever got told that 3 inches was a lot, so I was happy about that. So yeah, that was 7 days ago. A week ago, it was 11 degrees, snowing, freezing cold. We had fires running constantly in the house. And then 7 days later, on February 11th, 2022, the high today is 78. And right now, it is absolutely beautiful. I'm only wearing a light sweater because, a light hoodie, whatever you want to call it, because I don't like when rocks hit my arms. So I wear a light hoodie, and that mitigates most of the small pebbles and rocks that come flying at you at 85, 90 miles an hour. But that's pretty much the big differences that I could really think of. In-N-Out's better. So, on that bombshell, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video because I don't want you guys to know where I work. Alright guys, I will see you later. And I will probably try to be doing this a couple times a week. I go back to third shift next week, meaning I get off at 6:30 in the morning. I almost said 6:30 o'clock, but I get off at 6:30 in the morning, and so my videos will probably be with me going home. But alright guys, I will see you later, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, or whenever you watch this.